What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling Rush Hour. And I'm going to say this: either Triple H is stupid, or either he's purposely sabotaging some of the talent in WWE. And what I mean by that is some of the momentum stopping that Triple H has done to some of the WWE superstars is really telling. When it came to LA Knight, and he had Shinsuke Nakamura defeat LA Knight for the United States Championship, and then just to have LA Knight win it back like a little while later, that was fucking up his momentum. When you have Bron Breakker being just this phenomenal talent, but then on the other spectrum of that, you have Carmelo Hayes being just over here in a freaking weird ass tag team with The Miz. You can't tell me that's not sabotaging him. How is it that Carmelo Hayes was very entertaining and must see TV when he was under Shawn Michaels NXT, but now that he's in on the main roster, Bron Breakker, it's just this. Oh, we just everyone's so head over heels for Bron Breakker, but then Carmelo Hayes is just like down in the back of the down. Just he's just relegated to being trash. And not that Carmelo Hayes is trash. I think Carmelo Hayes is more entertaining and more of a better wrestler and has more personality than Bron Breakker could ever have. I think Bron Breakker, just like Ricochet and some of these other people, they got personalities of a broomstick. So, again, like I said, either Triple H is stupid or either he's doing this shit on purpose. Even when you look at the New Day, when they turned heel on Big E for that 10-year reunion, they should have kept that momentum going, but they didn't. And they didn't because Triple H doesn't know how to fucking book. And again, the title of this video is going to be The Shadow of Vince McMahon. Because as much as people wanted to shit on Vince McMahon for some of the horrible booking ideas that he had, even during some of his horrible booking ideas, he still has some storylines that were still compelling. Some fans just don't want to admit that because they need to hate. But a lot of people were just hating on Vince. I understand the personal stuff with the whole lawsuit stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just Vince being a booker versus Triple H being a booker. I would have to say give me Vince. Now, if you're talking about NXT Triple H, then give me NXT Triple H all day, every day, and then after that, you can give me Shawn Michaels NXT. But if you're talking about the current Triple H that's booking Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Because as much as, because I think a lot of times too, when it comes to everyone talking about how great of a booker Triple H is, I don't really think he is. I think, again, I've mentioned this in other videos, I think some of the stuff he does is he inherited some of those great storylines or great characters. He got lucky with the Jey Uso thing. But overall, you can't really tell me one compelling storyline with Triple H. And the reason why is because even if you try to mention, like, well, what about the Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair? Yeah, I would say that is a really great feud. But because they were doing this kind of start and stop, Bianca had some time off away after she lost at WrestleMania. So again, when you cut off and you break down and destroy the momentum that you're creating your characters to have, then no, you are not creating phenomenal television. On Bianca, Naomi, and Jade, and just kept it going when the feud was hot and everyone was talking about it. Now it could still have some more steam, but it doesn't. It's the same thing when it came to the New Day. They had a lot of steam when they turned heel because of the whole getting rid of Big E. Then what do? Oh, we're not going to really do it anymore, and now the momentum goes away. You see what I'm saying? Even when Carmelo Hayes, when he gets drafted #1 overall pick, I remember a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago, wasn't he just wrestling Randy Orton? He could have defeated Randy Orton. Randy Orton would have been able to eat a roll up pin or something. So when you're cutting off the momentum of these wrestlers, like, don't sit here and tell me, oh well, he's still a great booker. Get the fuck out of here. And Cody Rhodes is boring. He wasn't in the beginning. When he first came back, he was very entertaining. Now he's just boring. He is. And I think that and again, I said this in another video, and I'm going to keep saying it again and again until it happens. The Rock was right. The Rock was right in terms of Cody Rhodes needed to turn heel on John Cena. It would have been more captivating, more entertaining. Why? Because who would have thought? Everyone kind of, it would have been way more entertaining because they could have went a whole bunch of different ways, and they could have built the feud where, and I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna make this a separate video, but they could have easily made the feud to where Cody Rhodes turned heel, and then The Rock was doing everything he can in his power to make sure. Like, if you really wanted Cena's 17th championship to really be impactful, they could have had it to where Cody Rhodes turns heel because again, Ric Flair and his father, they were friends and all this other stuff. He could have done everything he could to try to preserve Ric Flair's legacy. And then on top of that, The Rock could have been aiding Cody Rhodes because remember, The Rock said that Dusty Rhodes was his hero, one of his heroes. So now you have Cody Rhodes and The Rock, two big heels, going up against Cena to try to stop Cena from making history. That would have been better and more compelling television. And no one else in this wrestling community has probably, well, maybe I can't say no one else in the community, but I haven't heard anybody in the wrestling community say what I just said in terms of Cody turning heel and Cody and The Rock trying to stop Cena from reaching number 17, and all on the premise of Cody and The Rock, their fathers were friends. This is one of The Rock's heroes. And yeah, The Rock was talking about he wanted a soul, but what did The Rock say? As much as anything, I want a brother that I never had. They could have easily done that. But then everybody shit on The Rock and said, oh, it was horrible booking. Oh, The Rock didn't know what he was doing. I'm like, no, Triple H is a dumbass, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And Cody Rhodes is a dumbass, too, because Cody Rhodes, apparently, Triple H had, from what people had said in the so-called rumors, was that Triple H felt that what The Rock's idea was a stupid idea because Cody's so popular. And I'm like, no, Triple H, you're a dumbass because clearly you don't understand what Vince created when it came to the Roman Reigns thing. Roman Reigns turned heel, and Roman Reigns merchandise is still going through the roof, is still doing large numbers. So it doesn't fucking matter if someone's a babyface or a heel. It matters about how cool the character is. Stone Cold, whether he was a babyface, a heel, or a tweener, it didn't matter. Fans wanted to buy his merchandise because of his character. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And see you later. Peace.